Hey, this is video 10 in the beginning algebra series. We're going to look at some more things to do with slope. Before we said that slope we represent as a m is rise divided by run. What we're going to look at here is, let's say we have 2 points. We'll call them x1 and y1, and our other point will be x2, y2. What if we have 2 points and we want to find the slope of a line that goes between those points? So let's say, let's bring up our graph here. Let's say we want to find the slope of a line that goes through -3, -2, and -1, +3. Well, if you notice, if we wanted to just count, we could say, okay, well, over 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 5 halves. But we don't always have access to a sheet of paper like this, or just some graph like this. So we want to think about it in terms of if we just wanted to write it. Well, we know we have slope is rise over run. Well, what's the rise? Well, really the rise is the difference between the y coordinates. So we'll call this y2 minus y1. It's the difference. If you call this y2, y1, it's the difference up and down. And likewise, the run is the difference this way. It's a difference of 2. So then slope by itself is y2 minus y1 divided by, I guess I should stretch this out a little, x2 minus x1. So if we had the 2 points, let's see what we have here. -3, -2, and -1, 3. What we'll do is we'll say m is, okay, we'll call this our first coordinate, this our second coordinate. Okay, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. The top is 5, the bottom is 2. So we get 5 halves. Just like we got if we looked at the graph. So we have a general formula for slope now if we are given 2 points. So what if we're given a point and the y-intercept? Let's say find the equation of a line that has a y-intercept of 5 and goes through the point, we'll say 3, 2. Well, the trick here is that the y-intercept itself is also a point, because the y-intercept has to have an x-coordinate of 0. If you look at the any graph here, if the y-intercept is here at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the x-coordinate is 0, no matter what. If the y-intercept was -2, the x-coordinate is always 0. So what we have now is it goes through 2 points, 0, 5 and 3, 2. And we just showed before that we know how to find the slope. The slope is 2 minus 5 divided by 3 minus 0, which gives us -3 divided by 3, or just -1. So if we wanted to write the equation, we know it's of this form, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Well, we said our slope was -1, so we just have negative x, and our y-intercept was 5. So there's the equation of the line. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Now we're going to take a quick look at parallel lines. Parallel lines have the same slope. So I want to draw two different line segments here that both have a slope of 1/2. So over 2 up 1, over 2 up 1, over 2 up 1. And then I'm going to draw a line parallel to it. And what you'll notice is these two lines have the same slope. If I wanted to draw another line that's parallel to it, I could just draw another line that has a slope of 1/2. Or another one here. So let's say I want to find the equation of a line that is parallel to this line and goes through -1, -4. Well, we already know what the slope is. The slope is 3 because our line that we're looking for has the same slope of this one because they're parallel. Well, it has a slope of 3 and it goes through -1, -4. We'll have y equals mx plus b. This is like saying -4 is 3 times -1 plus b because that's an x and y pair that can be plugged in. So I have -4 is -3 plus b. So b is -1. So the equation of the line is y equals, okay, m is 3, b is -1. So there's the equation of the line. Finally, we have perpendicular lines. And that's two lines that intersect each other at 90 degrees. Have inverse reciprocals slopes. And all this means is you take the reciprocal and you change the sign. So, for example, if we say m was 3/2, then the slope of a line that's perpendicular is -2/3. And I'll show this on a graph. Let's say we have a line with a slope of 3/2. So a run of 2 for a rise of 3, run of 2 for a rise of 3. Let's draw a line perpendicular to it. We'll do this one in blue. Okay, that means that it has a rise of -2 for a run of 3, -2 for a run of 3, -2 for a run of 3. If you turn your head sideways, you'll see that crosses at 90 degrees. That's a right angle. And that's everything there is to know about slope.